Who's going to break the silence? I can do it.
I'm running out of podcasts to listen to. I started listening to like the Conan O'Brien podcast, and I'm like, what am I doing with my life? I need something else. This is silly.
What are you even talking about?
Can you
I
take
haven't
like
even resorted to that at all.
Well, he's walking around all day doing his summer job. And I can imagine, but I would do like something educational. Why don't you learn something? Or read a book. Have a book on audiobook,
I'm against audiobooks.
Yeah, I need
My
a
wife's
conversation.
like, I've read 50 books this year. I'm like, no, you've listened to it, and you put it on double speed.
Yeah.
You're just getting through it.
Double speed.
I think our cousin Sam, his wife, goes through like a book every 2 days on audiobook.
Yeah,
ton of
because
books.
they're reading it like, it was summertime in the fall.
Times two.
Whatever, I don't even know. It's just, they just go, I sometimes look at my wife's car, and her audiobook is
and you're
on.
like, what the?
How are you?
I think I need to start listening to some of those like podcasts about death and true crime. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true crime. It's a good one.
I don't listen to any of those. I think I need something.
There was an advertisement on our podcast this week. Did you hear it?
No, what was it?
It was about like Bigfoot and UFO stories and stuff like that.
Maybe
What?
I'll listen to that. Maybe
You should.
yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I
That's
was on Spotify or listening to it today, and I was like, "What the heck?" Oh, okay.
You could probably listen to what was that old show that we all used to watch, like Forensic Files? It wasn't Forensic Files, but it was like
CSI, Miami.
it was that guy who came out and talked. It was Friday.
We
Yeah.
literally just talked about this last week. Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah, I wonder if they have a podcast with that guy's voice.
That's not a bad idea.
He's dead for sure.
Yeah,
Have you
but
guys
is
watched the new updated Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix?
No,
Ben, have you seen them?
No.
They're really good.
Are you caught up on Alone?
they have the same dumb music.
Tonight, I'm gonna have to do it tonight.
Oh yeah, I'm caught up.
God.
I gotta get caught up.
Joe.
I'm one
Yeah, all
episode
right.
behind. Just one
I
episode.
wouldn't
that's all.
watch it with your kids or your wife.
Really? Does he get the moose? Is that why?
Can't tell you.
Dang it. I never watched that show with my wife or kids. If somebody literally gutting a squirrel and ripping off its skin, I can't. My wife and kids aren't going to watch that.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Back to the podcast. Famous death. Bob Hope died.
No,
And he was-
Bob Hope has already been dead for a long
who
time.
is it?
Good
Bob
job,
Barker?
Adam.
Bob Barker.
No, Bob Barker's.
Oh, gosh.
No, Bob Newhart.
Oh, Bob Newhart. Oh, yeah, he was on that show, the Bob Newhart show or something like that. Right?
He was on Newhart, yeah. He's one of those popular shows in television history.
He's kind of a funny comedian guy, kind of interesting.
Supposedly one of the greats.
Why are you the way you are? He is America's sweetheart.
Yeah, he's one of the great comedians. However,
Yeah.
most of us know him from Elf.
Oh,
That's how
yeah.
most-
That's true.
Most people know him from that.
So he's not going to be in the sequel, I'm going to guess.
They
Still doing it. He's
AI.
Still doing
They
it.
can do AI. Yes. Welcome to the
Oh,
Darwin Awards podcast.
Elf.
Bob Newhart was not a Darwin Award.
No.
He's just a sweet old man. Now, listen, last week's episode, I literally posted it last night. So,
Yep.
or the night before last, I can't remember. So we don't have enough votes to really have talked about the update. In fact, I forgot to even put the poll on Spotify.
I forgot what the stories were.
Wow, you're
And
losing
I just
your
heard the
mind.
podcast today. That part of it.
I am losing my mind, Ben. You're right.
Ben had something with a shoe. I remember that. Guy
Well,
with
there
a
was
shoe.
a firework on the head.
Oh, yeah.
There was a guy sucked into a plane engine. There was a guy squished by a carousel. And then we had the selfie with an elephant.
Mm.
Those are the 4 stories.
What did we vote for?
I think chasing your shoe onto the carousel.
No.
It's firework on the head, maybe.
Yeah, we
Firework
don't
on the
know.
head. Firework
We
on the
don't-
head. That's what we voted
We don't
for.
know, and we don't care.
We've reached that point. Okay, well, Joe's customary, what is that? You got a glass of urine water coming?
You look to your side. Are you waiting for someone to
Wait.
deliver you something?
Oh, he's
Kickstart.
got a kickstart. He's good.
No, my
right.
family's cleaning. I can hear vacuum and stomping around.
Oh, I thought I
above
could hear
my head.
vacuuming. I didn't know it's coming
So-
from my house.
Yeah. The way
My
that
kids-
we do it is we let our house get extremely messy, and then we go crazy and clean, and just like clean for hours.
At night, yeah, that's how.
Yeah.
The way
that's-
we do it is we let our house get crazy, and then my wife yells at us a lot to stop doing that.
She's not wrong. All right. Well, this week, I believe, Ben, you get to go first.
I do. And this story is out of China.
Stop. We don't have stories from China.
Well, we do today.
Is it Taiwan?
It's not in China yet.
Taiwan is not part of China.
Not yet. Not yet. A 24-year-old streamer. Now, I've heard the term mukbang a bunch of times. I never knew what it was. I thought it was a type of food.
I've heard mukbang too, but I don't know what it is. Sounds like a dirty word.
It does. But I thought it was like, okay, you know when in the South where they have like seafood boils and like pour it on the table?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Oh, okay.
That's what I kind of thought it was.
That's what it sounds like.
Presentation of food? Okay.
No, I looked it up, and it's a video, especially one that is live streamed, that features a person eating a large quantity of food and addressing the audience. That's what a mukbang is.
People watch that?
She's eating, she's like, here's a quote. She's eating 2 pounds of lobster in this mukbang.
Rice?
I think that's a lot of lobster.
2 pounds.
How come I haven't got into this trend? I overeat all the time. Why don't I just live stream myself overeating?
2 pounds is a lot. This live streamer ate 22 pounds
of
food. Oh, first of all, what's this girl or guy's name? Yeah.
A 24-year-old binge-eating live streamer died while broadcasting a 10-hour food binge on cake, chicken fingers, and seafood to her thousands of followers.
Is she pregnant?
Pan Zhaoting from China died this week from a suspected stomach tear.
Jeez. Her name is what? Pan?
Pan
Zhaoting.
Short for panda?
Panda Tang.
Kung Fu
Panda. Where she cooked all her food.
She was eating cake? That doesn't seem like the best way to do 22 pounds.
Oh, she's a large lady.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Included cake.
Mm-hmm. What is that picture? Could you get a worse bed? It's just like... Crap. Yeah,
she's
I think mid-roll.
Off the bed.
She's an influencer. Who's she influencing? I don't get it.
I don't know. I've never watched one of these.
She looks like that lady from Nacho Libre who is like in love with Esqueleto.
Yep. You're right.
You ever been the one who has like the
Crawls
secret
through.
tunnels that she
Yep.
crawls through? And tries to,
An autopsy results revealed that her stomach had become severely deformed and filled with undigested food, which caused a burst in her stomach. So essentially, her stomach couldn't digest anymore. She just kept shoving stuff down, and then it just tore out because it had to go
this
somewhere.
reminds me of a video. What was that? Where they keep feeding this dude over and over, and they put a mint in his mouth, and he explodes. Monty Python? Is that what that is?
No, that is from a Monty Python movie called like The Meaning of
Something
Life
like that. And they keep feeding this fat guy until he explodes. That's kind of what happened here, I think.
I believe she threw up a few times during the stream and kept going.
Oh my gosh, who's watching this?
Thousands of followers. It says.
Oh, listen to this. Let me read this from the article, Ben. The death of the streamer comes after China imposed a ban on mukbang videos in 2020 in a bid to reduce overeating and food waste.
That's
people who were found breaking the rule had faced fines up to 10,000 yuan, which is like $1,300.
Which her net worth is around $1 million. She has 280,000 YouTube subscribers, so she could be like, fine, find
her
me.
food.
Yeah, that's how much it costs per stream for the food.
Most Americans are doing this mukbang every day just by themselves. Not even live streaming it. Just eating a bunch of food, wasting it.
Well, to be fair, there are sometimes when I go to a restaurant and I order something and it comes on my plate, I'm like, why is there this much food? I can't eat all of this.
It's ridiculous.
I have to throw it away or eat it. Like, we feel bad for not eating it. It's like, why did you give me this much food? The portions are crazy.
I know. It's like, and you're charging me $20. How about just charge me $10? Give me half the food.
Yeah, except for fast food, you get kind of now smaller portions for bigger prices. But in restaurants, you get big portions for big prices too.
I'll tell you what, I can still walk away from Taco Bell under $10, feeling full. That's good. That's a good deal.
2 cheesy bean and rice. That's $2. That would fill you up.
I don't understand why anyone would order
Del Taco's
cheesy bean
still
rice,
a place.
but okay.
It's got the cheapest prices on the planet still.
It's
and
not Del
In-N-Out.
Taco's like around, usually. Del Taco's not close. It's always Taco Bell.
If you want to sit in a drive-through for 45 minutes, trapped in there, go to Del
They have
Taco.
good fries. But
Save $10. Yeah, I will.
Did you hear they were recently... Del Taco recently knocked Chick-fil-A nationwide off the top of the list for the best fast food restaurant. Del Taco reached number one.
For customer satisfaction?
No, it's for prices, and they kept their drink prices down too. You can go there and feed your kids, if you have like 3 kids, for under $25.
What is this list? For what? It's not for...
I don't trust the list anyway. They had KFC at number 2.
Idiots.
I tried to look up the most popular TV shows to watch, and I can't find this list of the top 100. And there were things that weren't even on there, like Seinfeld, The Office is not on there. I'm like, these aren't even. These shows are. Yeah, who makes these lists? I don't know.
It's like the top 100 podcasts. They leave us off
right.
There. We're not on
be
there.
Up
we
there.
should be.
Good point.
All right, Ben. I believe that this is a good story. In fact.
Yeah, it's great.
I think this one might win this week. That's a pretty good story.
She is obese, it says.
Well,
and
I could
can
tell.
clearly see, but she didn't die from being obese. She literally died from overeating and her stomach burst.
Right,
she would have died from
the report
obesity.
says that in the autopsy, her stomach was literally just jammed full with food that wasn't digested. So they cut it open and they could find just hamburgers in there.
there's a full pot sticker in her small intestine.
The question is what people are just watching a fat person eat food?
120 or 200
on entertaining.
280,000 followers on YouTube.
Look at her eat cake now, guys.
Actually,
people will watch anything.
That might be
just
funny.
Do it enough.
I mean, on Brothers Week, and we could find one of these people and just join their chat. Come on, eat another one.
They watch Joe spray pesticides. Yeah. They join his stream. So they're that bored.
I mean, wasn't one of the most popular YouTube videos a long time ago? Not now. Watching paint dry.
No,
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds right. No.
Live stream watching paint dry.
Okay, so
you just keep spraying a little more, and then just let it dry, then you just spray some more.
Recent story, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This was at least published today.
Okay.
I saw it too. I had it up, Adam. I don't see that it happened any other time. The only thing, she died July 14th, so that was it says 5 days ago.
Okay. Well, I'm going to bring a story that started a month ago, but ended this week. That's the death. How long it took.
You can't bring the death of a 1-month-old. Okay, they have to be over 18.
Nice. No, this is elderly people. Much better. It's not elderly people. This is a couple out of, I want to say Canada. British woman. Is there British Canada? Off the coast of Canada.
Queens. Isn't there a Queensland, Canada?
Wales. Maybe they're from Wales.
That's not Canada, Joe.
Okay. How about the Victoria? Is that in Canada?
Maybe.
Nah.
What about Nova Scotia? Where's that?
Where is Bavaria? Okay.
Germany.
Listen, this is a man and woman. I like the way they title this headline. It says British woman and husband. Why wouldn't they husband and wife? Why is it British woman and husband?
Oh, are you so outdated, Adam? Where you take offense to that? You
British person
misogynist.
who identified as a female and her husband, who is a male. They left on an adventure on June. On June 18th. June 18th.
Did the husband die too, by the way?
Yes, they both died.
She died. She died first. Apparently,
you're right. Why would they?
They both died. They were both found
because
dead.
the man is more important.
Her husband too.
They were found later in the second week of July, the 10th or something of July. These people decided they're going to try to cross the Atlantic Ocean in their sailboat.
Oh, I did have this story, Adam. Actually,
okay.
You know what?
Clicked off it.
Good job.
These people made it 108 miles off the coast, which is
Oh my gosh,
not
that's not very
close.
far. That's not close.
I don't know how 21 days get you 108 miles or whatever they did. Maybe they died way out there and floated back. I don't know. But they were gone for quite some time. And they posted stuff to social media. I don't know. Would they have Starlink? I don't know how they're posting stuff.
They must.
Something like that. They say they claim experienced adventurers. And they've sailed many times, but never this far. Now, how many miles do you think it is to sail across the Atlantic Ocean? Any idea?
I don't know, but I've watched some people do it. They have YouTube channels dedicated to this, but they're like really prepared and professional. These two didn't seem that way. I don't know.
I'm
they were
guessing
in their
it's maybe 4,000 miles?
in their late 50s.
4,000 miles?
It's not that far.
Maybe.
It's
Not
like
3,000?
It's like 2,000, I think. I'm pretty sure I looked it up. It was like 18.
But you're not going faster than 20 miles an hour, or I don't know any knots.
It takes months. It's not a short thing. In a sailboat, it doesn't with no motor. It's just wind and whatever. That'd take you a while to get across.
Wind and prayers.
Yes. They didn't have any formal training and never had sailed over 50 miles before.
Oh gosh, that's fantastic. I didn't read that part. I did not read that they haven't sailed further than that.
And they were ready to take on the Atlantic. This is like the Up, like the movie Up or something. I don't know what this is. These old people.
This is the equivalent of running, a mile and being like, I could do a marathon tomorrow.
That's me. That's what I want to do. That's like my life goal right there. I want to just like train for 3 days and be like, all right, let's go. I'm going to beat one of these guys today.
I know a guy who did.
Here's what's crazy. I just watched a video the other day. Apparently, you can jet ski from Florida to the Bahamas.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
And I'm assuming that's what they think they're doing, but they're going very, very far.
It's because the Bahamas are right there. You can practically see them from Florida. I
didn't even know that.
No, that's
like this is like a big thing that people just take these jet skis and go to the Bahamas for the weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read a little bit about it. I'm going to assume that they got in a storm or something because their bodies were found on a raft that had washed ashore about 108 miles off the coast. How's that? Nova Scotia. So the couple had dubbed their latest adventure as an odyssey that they were going to prove they can go across the Atlantic being powered solely by not fossil fuels, by solar and wind.
These two look like weirdos.
But they didn't prove it. But they took solar panels off a Nissan Leaf car. Crafted their own adventure vehicle, apparently.
What?
To charge their phones and stuff?
I don't know what the solar power does. Does it help?
It's probably charging their phones. And
maybe. Maybe. You're right. Yeah. They're Starlink.
Charging up a battery pack or something.
They probably didn't even look ahead what the weather was, where they need to communicate with, or they didn't have any communication with Coast Guards or anything like that, or other boats.
They had to have looked ahead at the weather.
They must have, right?
Because they've only gone 50 miles total in that freaking boat.
I'm sure they looked. Well, how'd they end up on the raft? They clearly had a rough patch.
Yeah, something. Their boat sank, and they had the raft, emergency raft, right? But now, they proved nothing other than.
So what's the Darwin in this?
We're doing everything.
Unexperienced people. It's like someone trying to hike Mount Everest who's never done it before, maybe. Or
okay, so lack of preparation.
Someone who wants, you always get those hikers that go into Death Valley and just bring enough water because they don't know what they're doing.
Gotcha.
That was literally a quote of theirs. We are doing everything we can to show that you could travel without burning fossil fuels. It's going to be the biggest adventure of our lives so far.
And it was.
Actually making me feel bad for these people, though.
I will prove to you we can go anywhere without fossil fuels.
This,
you don't have to do that. The freaking Pilgrims did that already. They proved it.
To be fair, the solar panels were built with fossil fuels.
Oh, okay.
You want to see what the, look at the website's name, Joe? It's just Joe. Just
What's
Joe.
that stand for? Journalism.
Joe.co.
Out of
Joe.co.
JOE. Yep.
It's your morning Joe.
Sweet people.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to prepare my story here. I'm not sure if I can compete with you guys. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back with my story.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. But I can tell you this. If you subscribe to the Darwin Awards podcast on Patreon, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Honestly, why don't we Airbnb on a golf course and just play that course the whole time? That way, when we play the final round, that way when we play the final round, it's like an actual.
You already played it.
Yeah, it's like a tour.
I love that idea. The same course 4 days in a row. I like that.
I don't mind it. Yeah, I play Joe's all the time. The problem with St. George is all the golfing is very expensive and crowded.
Sure, yeah.
But,
I mean, it doesn't have to be this year, but I mean.
Yeah, I know. Maybe in the future we can go to a place like when we're in Idaho. It's kind of cool because nobody's
kind of like
around,
Boise,
right?
You just do a place right on one of those golf courses and then just do it for the same.
Sure, but
days
not a public one. Like
why not public?
Oh, with those peasants. I want to golf with them.
No. I'm wearing a master's hat, and I'm not going to one of those. Filthy. All right.
Well, Ben, Adam and I had a pretty good round of golf last time we golfed.
I think I've only golfed
you're just not
twice
getting
this
out.
year.
You're not getting out regularly enough.
No.
What's the deal? How come you're not going as much as you used to?
Yeah, your
You used to go more than any of us.
Not inviting you anymore.
No, he did, and I missed it.
You got to get out there, Ben.
Yep.
It's 'cause he took down all, I think he's over it. He took down all his golf hats.
Look, I could take down. No, I've got a new lighting plan, so I'm gonna put.
It looks good back there. I like it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, I could not golf for 2 years and still golf the same score, so it's not going to affect me. I'm going to be fine.
It's talent, real talent,
and I'm going to still have fun every time.
It's fun when you get a par.
But I miss it. I miss it real bad right now. I really want to go golfing. Can we figure out a time at the end of golf season go when it's not too hot? Like, let's just go. Or
the fall is always good. September, October is a great time.
Let's figure it out. Maybe I'll drive up to you, Joe. I'll take some time off.
Well, I'll be out there for some tennis tournaments. One specifically in Spanish Fork. I have a tournament in Spanish Fork.
Really?
On the weekend, so
I know at the end of August, my work has this big event, and then for the next few weeks, everybody just dies down and they take some time off. So early September, maybe. Can we figure something out?
Yeah.
I'll drive up to you.
Are we still talking about? Are we on the podcast?
Yeah, we're on. All right, okay.
We're going to talk about golf.
Who cares? Who cares? Nobody listens to our podcast.
People listen for us. They like our banter. They like our handsome
They know our golf
voices.
schedule. Who can and can't go.
I love when Ben does that. He always pretends to know what people want to listen to.
They do.
What people like, and he doesn't even listen, so he
He
doesn't
doesn't
know.
listen to the podcast.
I listen to the podcast now. You better believe it.
All right.
All right, it's my turn. I'm taking a risk on this story, okay? This is out of Spain. This is a 25-year-old man. Yeah, it's a risk. This story is a risk.
It's iffy if it's Darwin. Is that what you're saying?
We don't have all the details,
All right.
but I'm jumping to some conclusions because I can't think of any other way that this person might not be a Darwin Award, okay? This is a 25-year-old man who died this past week on a Ferris wheel.
Okay, well, dying on a Ferris wheel
there we go.
usually is your own fault.
That's like our fourth or fifth Ferris wheel now. I mean, we're getting up there.
It really is. This was at a big festival called the Boombastic Festival.
Oh, did I go to that one?
Really?
Yes. It's huge. It's ginormous.
It looks ginormous. I love how ginormous is just a word now.
I've never been on the Ferris wheel there, but I've seen it. It's huge. Big.
I wouldn't say the Ferris wheel.
Say
itself
bombastic. Is that you said the bombastic?
What song?
Boombastic.
What song is that?
Boombastic.
I don't know what song you think.
Daily Motion. Okay. Is that Spider-Man?
Think of
Bombastic.
the Shaggy song.
Yeah, I think it is a Shaggy song.
Yeah, it's the Shaggy song. Don't sing that,
Pinnacle. Okay. Whatever.
Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. This is the Boombastic Festival,
Spider-Man.
and yeah, you can see that the festival itself is like legit large. Like, there's a lot of people that go to
Look at
this
the
thing.
entrance. Yeah, that's great.
There's the
I told
Ferris
you it was
wheel right
big.
there.
I told you it
That's
was
a cool
big.
Ferris
Yeah.
wheel. It's going really fast for some reason. Did you see how fast that thing was going?
Look
Yeah,
at all
it
those
was fun.
people.
Oh yeah, concert.
It's in Spain, so they know how to party. They have like big old parties.
Everywhere knows
Notice,
how to party.
No, Spain parties better than other people.
I don't think so.
Well, what do you know? You don't know.
I
They
I don't
have,
know.
He said he doesn't think so.
Yeah, Joe, I don't know. I said I don't think so.
Okay. Notice when this occurred.
4:30 a.m. The Ferris wheel's still going.
Exactly.
Very
That's
fast.
why I say Spain knows how to
That-
party.
What a party!
That Ferris wheel was on drugs.
What kind of Ferris wheel is going at 4:30 in the morning? Honestly,
It was like a merry-go-round. Did you go back to the beginning of that video, please?
That's romantic, really. You go see a sunrise in the morning.
it was very fast. Like it, maybe it
Have
was
you ever-
sped up
no,
in the
maybe it's
video.
sped
but-
up.
I don't know, but have you ever seen a Ferris wheel go that fast?
That's a good. That's a good
That's a
speed.
good
That's
speed.
about normal.
Normal.
That is
speed,
not
yeah.
normal. They go like one at a time. Let someone on and then they go up.
Well, an accident occurred around 4:30 a.m. on Saturday morning when he was deceased. When the deceased, excuse me, was who's it? A user of the Ferris wheel, so he was riding on it.
Drug.
Abuser.
That drug the
He was
Ferris
hit in the head while
How?
the attraction was in motion.
How? How do you hit in the head?
That is what the article is refusing to say.
Did somebody
They go,
punch him, Joe? Hit in the head?
no. He was hit in the head by the article, or excuse me, by the Ferris wheel. And in fact, they are not saying how it happened, but they are saying that nothing went wrong with the machine, and they just continued the festival and they continued the Ferris wheel. Nothing is wrong with the Ferris
Scroll
wheel.
up.
It is
It
fine.
says there were 60,000 people there.
Oh yeah, a lot of people.
I don't go to festivals. Do you guys?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
Did you
festival
count
do you go
Farmers
to?
Market,
The
Pioneer Day?
that's not isn't a really festival. I guess
Adam doesn't go to
the one
It is a
Spanish Fork.
festival.
The
You're
Spanish
not a
Fork one?
festival person.
No.
I mean, maybe like some sort of
Does that be huge?
Renaissance fair.
It's not a
I have
Maybe.
to go do that. Now that you remind me, I still have that ticket. That Renaissance place. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. I gotta
Now,
go do that.
Here's what convinced me. This article has 47 comments on it. People who have are saying things about this guy. And almost every single comment is people saying he was standing up, he was trying to take a picture, he moved his head to a place. If he was just sitting there and hadn't taken his seatbelt off that the Ferris wheel has, he would have been fine.
Wait, he was
Yeah,
on
it's
it? I
on
thought
a-
he was nearby.
No,
No, he was riding on it.
Oh.
He was a user of the Ferris wheel.
Oh, I thought it.
He
Well,
was-
it's well lit. It's got neon lights and different. I get it. It's a
4:30.
good picture moment.
He was drunk for sure.
I think he was.
No, I agree, Joe.
Something
That
else.
he was being dumb. I don't think it was. I don't think the Ferris wheel had anything to do with it. It was him being dumb.
Right. It's not like something. A part came off and hit him in the
Yeah,
head.
he was getting off of it and hit his head. It didn't. Yeah, say that. So,
I always want to
although
see.
the details in there, you know.
I want to see these end of life selfies that everybody is always taking while they die.
Do you?
Right.
Yeah,
That
I want to
face
see
of death,
it
I don't
hit
know
him.
what it is.
Like if he's taking like a live photo, just like hold down the button.
So you can click on it or hold it and see what happens.
Yes,
I'm sure AI can create one for you, Ben.
Yeah,
know
that's true. That's true.
just like Joe
Right.
Biden's phone call today.
Stop that. Stop that.
You're not the only one who was thinking that was AI generated. Mark my words, we're going to find out in a few
You have
days
to
that
be
he is not alive anymore.
Focused
and nobody
on that to care.
He can't just like. Does he have TikTok and he just be like, "Hey guys, I'm still here."
I seriously, trending on Twitter is like proof of life. Hashtag proof of life. Everybody wants to make sure. Are you alive?
Yeah. How do you not come out and say something that you're doing? You just disappear.
Well, he has COVID, long COVID.
Like Adam.
Yes, I cannot stand the smell of onions still. Okay, so I guess it's time, guys. We move on to the lightning round. In the lightning round, we each get to bring a headline of a story or a teaser, and then we get to vote on the one we'd like to hear. Josiah, you want to bring us a little teaser?
Yes, taking a selfie on a cliff.
Always a favorite pastime of mine.
Yeah. Is that the same as the girl who's doing Instagram reels? Is that what you mean? Is that someone else?
No, this is a 62-year-old man.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool. 62.
That's a different one.
But I mean, there are a dozen selfie death stories a week.
I understand
Yeah,
62 because they're trying to figure out their camera.
That could be fine.
Stop off.
What am I supposed to push here?
Mine is Tampa man dies trying to save this from oncoming traffic.
Okay, it's going to be his children or puppies. I'm not going to touch that.
Children.
Boo.
His children.
Listen, if it's a crocodile, then okay, I'll choose it. But is it a crocodile?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Okay, then. I'm not
It's
choosing
not a
that.
child.
Probably a dog. Go ahead, Ben.
Luckily for you, I've got a courtesy electrocution.
Courtesy election?
Courtesy
A
election.
courtesy electrocution?
Just a guy.
Courtesy. Don't tell a story.
Okay.
He's fixing someone's house to be nice and he gets electrocuted.
Adam, we haven't chosen Ben in like forever.
No,
Why don't we
it's
just-
a.
Well, it's because he's going to bring something from 5 years ago or a teenager.
Just don't
You
tell
know
us, Ben.
what?
We'll choose
I
it.
want you to choose me. Choose me this week. Usually every week I'm like,
Fine.
you know what? Don't choose me this week. I got it.
Right.
Okay,
I got
go
this.
for it.
All right. Sure.
Joe, I just sent you a few minutes ago. I don't know if you've seen it yet. The story, if you want to pull up the picture of what I'm looking at here.
Oh, I see it.
A man dies after being electrocuted while lifting wires for a truck to pass through. So he's in my
Wires? Where are we?
So-
Where is this?
this is in India, I believe.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. India.
It could be wrong. It really does.
It's got to be India. The first thing goes to my head. Live wires?
No, but those telephone poles look too nice to be able to.
Or Africa?
This is this story's in Portuguese.
Portugal. Yeah. You're right. So a man was electrocuted when he
Yeah,
approached.
this is Portugal. This is Brazil.
So there's a.
That picture's
You see
great.
the tow truck here, and then you see a truck,
It's a truck on top of a
the
truck.
There's a guy on top of that truck, and in order
and you can see the wires up there.
in order for the tow truck to get the truck through, the guy on top of the second truck reached up to lift the telephone wires
No way.
so the truck could fit through.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
A man was
I like how all the
electrocuted.
people are watching it.
Yeah.
They're all standing there. This is the
No.
best thing I've
Well,
seen all
it
day.
was afterwards,
Well,
but hold on.
He's already
It's
dead.
afterwards, but hold on. Let me just read this. A man was electrocuted when he approached a high voltage cable while lifting wires to allow a tow truck to pass. According to the information, the military police at the time of the incident, the victim was on top of a box truck, which you can see there, which was being towed by another vehicle. And that it wasn't being really towed; it was just on.
Do you
It was what?
Yeah, we can see the
Yeah,
picture.
yeah.
do you think the electricity went through him and through the truck?
It did actually. It says that
Because I see the front right tire is flat on that truck, and I was like, "How was he?"
it
driving
says
a flat
the
tire?
vehicles were also energized.
Yeah, because look at the tire; it's flat on that truck. Like, how'd they tow with a flat tire? Interesting.
The driver felt something too, and they were taking care of him, but the guy lifting literally just
Dedicated to his job.
Just-
Wow.
I can't get through. So he's like, I'll push it up a little bit.
Do you think he grabbed a pole and?
No,
Tried
he
lifting
grabbed
or
the
something?
literal wires
You
that
think he
birds
did?
hang on to push it up so the truck could get
Well, I don't
through.
think the birds hang on in India, but
No, it's in
in
Portugal.
wherever this was, Portugal.
Okay, that was a good story, Ben.
That was
I
decent.
like that. That was a
Actually,
good story.
Entertaining.
Let's do a brief
There's a
recap.
body bag in the front of the truck.
Recap.
I know, I saw that.
Oops.
Here's our 4 stories this week. Why do I only see 3?
Eating.
Because you
I
eliminated
sent
yours.
it again. I copied it and pasted it to the and sent it again to the same chat. All right, here we go. We have the influencer who died doing a mukbang video
Sounds
from
dirty.
overeating.
You're right.
Mukbang. We had the couple that was found dead in a lifeboat after attempting to cross the Atlantic Ocean. We have the 25-year-old who died on the Ferris wheel. And then we had the man who's electrocuted trying to lift up the cables as the truck passed through. Adam, you went first?
No, I
No,
didn't.
Ben, you went 1st.
Mhm.
You get to vote first.
I liked my story of the girl overeating. I mean, she's doing it to herself. Yeah, I'm choosing that one. Because this guy is really... I liked my lightning round story because it is stupid. I mean, he did do it to himself, but he's also trying to work. The girl overeating on a live stream...
She's working too. She's making millions of dollars.
I hate her for some reason. I really dislike her, and that's why I'm choosing that story.
Yeah.
What's the dumbest thing?
I'm trying to think. It's either between the wires. The mukbang is pretty dumb. I mean, both those are what I'm between too, because the other one we've had the Ferris wheel thing and people sailing. It can happen to somebody, but those two are pretty stupid. Overeating so much that you die.
Your intestines are like,
Pretty
hold
bad.
up, dude,
22
we can't even
pounds
digest
of
this.
food. Oh my gosh. Oh, and the wires. But the wire, I think in the end, the guy lifting the wires is going to be my vote.
Yeah,
Okay,
Just
so
stupidity.
the Chinese overeater, a vote for her, and then a vote for the wires. I'm not going to vote for the people crossing the Atlantic. I think it's dumb, but we're jumping to conclusions that they weren't prepared enough. They probably weren't prepared enough, but I don't really know. And I don't know what happened to him either, so maybe it's something that could have happened to anybody,
I mean,
no matter how prepared you
I
are.
liked the fact that they have never sailed more than 50 miles before. That was a great detail. And then,
That's true.
well, we've gone at least 48 miles. Let's try the
Went
ocean.
across the lake one time.
The Ferris wheel guy, I'm sure he did something dumb, but we just don't really know. So I'm going to choose between the two that you guys voted for. And I have to choose the one that's not making a whole bunch of money. Because I think that I would voluntarily become really overweight and stuff myself if it meant that kind of money.
Fair. She's probably doing 22
Does that say
pounds.
something about
She's
me?
probably doing 22 pounds a day, by the way. If she has that many streams,
That's
she's doing
a
it
lot of money.
daily. She's eating this.
But she knows what she's doing as she's
She
shoving
doesn't
it
know
in her
what she's
face.
doing.
She knows the risk.
No. She's doing it to probably protest
Yeah,
against the
also,
government.
I don't know if you've been told this, but obesity is a disease.
Number one killer?
It's a disease.
Oh, a mental disease?
The thing about the guy who lifted the wires is, why was he up there on top of it? I mean, he was like 20
He
feet
probably
up.
got up there because it couldn't
The
get
truck
through.
wasn't going to make it,
He's
Joe.
like,
You know
let me
why
get
he's
up there and
there.
do it. But
He's literally up there to lift the wires, right?
He
So that's
probably
the dumbest
tested
thing.
it by touching it to make sure it wasn't live, and then he...
Yeah, what I'm saying is he wasn't just up there accidentally and then like the truck drove through it. He was up there on purpose. So I'm choosing him. I'm going for
He
that.
probably
vote. I'm
spit
going
on it.
electrocution.
All right.
Congratulations, Brazilian
Wire
electrician.
lifter. Yeah, whatever you are.
If you'd like to vote, just go on our Patreon. All you have to do is click one of the links below. It'll take you to the vote. You can vote there. It won't cost you anything. It's open to the public. Or if you listen on Spotify, scroll down and hopefully I have already created a poll for you
hopefully.
to vote on.
Joe is working a lot right now, so.
Yeah, seriously.
And you know what? I think I
Quit my
kind
jobs.
of made fun of you in texts a while ago about that. I didn't actually mean that now. I know you're working all the time, dude.
What'd you say?
I don't know. It was to you. It was a while ago and we got over it. But you're
Made
working.
fun of me?
No, I
if you
didn't make
took
fun of
less
you. It was
golf
like-
days off,
doesn't
Joe.
matter.
How dare you?
How
If
dare
you
you?
took less golf days off, you could post probably more frequent.
I need those days.
Those mental days. Yeah, and I let you win the last 2 times, so you feel better.
I wouldn't say that.
I have a story here for the Patreon. Okay, I've had a story before where a man who went to get his garbage cans in a huge storm died. Do you remember that? This is a man who's trying to protect something in a large storm, and he dies.
Wow. Okay.
Did you guys come across a story of a
Hey, Wellington.
musician that got electrocuted? Did you see that a bunch of times?
No.
No. Oh, this is great. I mean, it's sad, but it's great.
It's great.
It's weird. It's weird, but it's great. It's not Darwin, but it's what the.
Were they singing at this time, or was it just a musician was electrocuted?
Yeah. Again, we have to wait for that. I'll tell you on the Patreon.
Have you? Okay, imagine this. You are out in the jungle. You don't need to go to the bathroom really bad, so you step out to go to the bathroom. What's the worst nightmare
Something attacks you while you're pooping.
One, I wouldn't be in the jungle or poop or be around that. That sounds horrible. All those scenarios.
All right.
I would poop myself and walk along.
No,
just
you
keep
wouldn't
going.
poop yourself then. You just hold it.